Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Phil's Recap and Review, The Walking Dead Season 9, Episode 12, Guardians, and not the Guardians from The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild that we're going to destroy with our special arrows. Not that kind of Guardians, a different kind of Guardians. I don't know what kind of Guardians. Not the Guardians of the Galaxy, not different kind of Guardians. You know who's the Guardians of the live motherfucking chat? We got the live motherfucking chat here tonight. Broke, Sintopia Major, Lindsay, Killmonger, Chalkboy. Got a couple of Atari Dad. Some other faces popping in and out, in and out. Welcome tonight to talk about this episode of The Walking Dead. And I'm nonplussed. Usually I'm never at a loss of words to say and babble about things. But last week's episode had me a little bit snuffed up in my uppagus, as I say sometimes. My uppagus was all stuffed. But fortunately, or for him, he's not with us this evening, Joe Dirty Locks. Also, The Walking David was going to join us, but unfortunately, he could not this evening. So I am all by my lonesome to talk as much about this episode as I can. We're going to listen back to some audio clips of it. I'm squirming in my seat. I'm shifting in my poopy. I don't know. It's been a weird weekend. It's been a weird week. I'm sorry, I've been MIA from some other casts I've wanted to do this week, but these last couple of weeks I've been half sick, half fucked, half crazy. Also, towards the end, I may talk a little bit about True Detective Season 3, but we'll wait till the end of the podcast to do that, and maybe some other nonsense as well. So, but we should get into this episode, get it over with. Now, there were a couple of elements of this episode that I did enjoy. Again, I have to say that I think Negan's one of the best parts. The scene with Negan and Michonne in this episode I thought was really decent. I'll say that, decent. Some of the parts with the whispers I thought worked, especially everything to do with Beta. Maybe I'm kind of projecting the fact that I really liked Opie on Sons of Anarchy and pretty much every other show that he's ever been in. And I expected him to be cool on the show, and he's on the show, and he's cool. He's a big imposing force. He looks neat. What he's done so far, I'm engaged with. I'm not really feeling Alpha so far. I don't know, it seems like a lot of repetition, so it all kind of blends a little bit to me. And for whatever reason, not for whatever reason, you know the exact reason, because Henry is about as exciting as a drying turd on the side of a road, and I can't get into any giving a poop less about his character. I'm not going to say the show didn't take the time to try to establish Henry to someone that I'm supposed to care about. They did. I'm not going to say, oh, they just introduced this character so I care about him. They didn't do that. They creeped it in. They made me care about him through many different characters having associations with him that I did care about. And they worked hard at it, and they've led up to this point where it should pay off. I should care about Henry, but I don't. The actor isn't doing it for me. Oh, do you know what I care even less about than Henry and the plight of Henry is the do 90210. Who will Rosita pick this week? Will it be Brandon or will it be Dylan or will it be Kelly Taylor? Oh my goodness. Oh, I cannot stand the love affair shit and the romance. Someone said it in the chat, I'm sorry if I'm not giving you credit, but I'm just verbalizing it in the way that you did best. The Rosita storyline is trash. It is fucking trash. It is boring. It is useless. God fucking damn it. I'd rather watch Masande and Grey Worm and Gilly and Sam have a four-way tea party. And that's not a euphemism for some sexy activity. I'm talking about literally sitting there having a tea party going, are you all doing okay, Masande? Are you doing good? I'm not going to do voices now. It's going to be... Yeah, I just wasn't feeling any of that. And like the way they started, I know I hate talking about The Talking Dead because obviously it's getting a lot more viewership than I am. But I still, oh, this week, who is going to be 3 men and a baby? I mean, give me a flip, fly, and flip and break. I could give 2 turd sandwiches less. I thought Judith was kind of cute. I think Michonne in general had a good episode. It was good to see more of her, but it is kind of bittersweet knowing that yet another character is gone. There was one scene towards the beginning of this episode, and we're going to listen to the audio clips, where the dialogue in it and the way that the acting was happening was so bad. It reminded me of one of those middle school plays. There was some bad stuff happening. But overall, if I'm comparing this to the rest of the season, it would be a middle grade. I give it like a 5 out of 10 side buttholes or something like that. But ultimately, and I know I can already see it. I can already see it. The few people that are wandering on in here. Why the fuck you still watch this? I'm loyal to consistently being able to come out here and podcast about something, and Sunday nights it gives me a really great excuse to be able to come out here and talk to you guys. But really, I do care about Daryl. I thought Daryl had a pretty good episode. I thought his parts with him and his partner rolling through and Dog had some interest as well. But for the most part, this episode felt really dragged out. It felt like a lot of what happened in this episode could have been a half an episode and coupled with other things. I don't know. Maybe I'm all off on it. I'd love to hear if you guys like this episode. And I don't want to dissuade people that are feeling this season or feeling this particular episode. Excuse me. Let me know in the motherfucking chat. Let me know in the comment section later. Or call on in 781-990-8509 or text that number. Let me know why I'm an asshole. Well, you can let me know many reasons why I'm an asshole. But specifically, you can gear your asshole-like attacks on why you like The Walking Dead and why I'm full of shit. Well, I guess those are two completely separate things. So let's go in the live motherfucking chat and see what some of you guys have to say right now. Oh, we got Jeffrey in the live chat. Great to see you. Killmonger in there as well. Rosita was the walking hot though. Phil, great to see Lindsay. I will admit I actually like this episode. I shocked myself. Interesting. I didn't hate this episode. I hated the Rosita storyline. I didn't hate this episode. I just found myself again not looking at it and saying, oh, there's some cool stuff happening in this episode. I'm not as much into it as I wanted to. But and a lot of that had to do with some of the, again, with the actors that were being in those situations. Henry, for instance, I didn't care enough about him to be engaged in what was going on. I thought it was done relatively well, what they were trying to do. Alpha is delivering her lines really well. I'm just not feeling it. I don't know. There's something about that's not connecting with me. But whatever. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I need to drink more. I probably should drink more and be a little bit more intoxicated when watching The Walking Dead, because then it would make me feel a little bit better. You know, instead of eating too many sandwiches and being all full. But awesome. Tell me what we loved about this liked about this episode. Why doesn't she sleep with Eugene yet? Everybody but Eugene. At one part in this episode, it was everyone was going into the house, going in their places, and Eugene was going to his spot to watch, where Eugene has to sit on the chair while someone else plays with her. Her loss is my gate. Oh yeah, here we go. You have to whisper, "Sorry, Fine Essence. Sorry, I'm sorry." I'll whisper more. Joey Legato winner. Good question, fandom. She probably break it to Henry. Yeah, she'd probably go to Henry. Joe did want to miss this episode. Joe is very excited. He called me up this morning and left a voicemail that said I should have saved it. It was just na boo boo or something to that effect. The motherfucking chat. Yeah, Opie was great. I liked Opie in this episode a lot. He didn't do much. He didn't say much. But him as an imposing force and just a factor being in there, he looked really cool, and I generally liked how understated he was in this role. Let's see, I do miss Sam Crow. Alpha is annoying. Good. I'm glad I'm not the only one, Santovia. Alpha, well, yeah, listen, then you gotta do this thing. I'm doing the podcast. Yeah, that's awful. I'm sounding more like Renfield, give me some flies for your master. That's more how I sounded. Ronnie Rollins in the live motherfucking chat. Great to see Ronnie Rollins. Great to see all of our friends. Cattigat is in there too. Oh my goodness. Love to see everybody. This Cattigat says this episode sucks. Suck. He thought it sucked.
What did Joe think?
He thought it sucked.
What did Joe think? Was it good or did it really fucking stink?
Okay. Oh shit. Turn that shit down. Turn that shit down. I love you, Brian Dodd. You the man, motherfucker. Cat, again, great to see you. Rosita went from kick-ass to trashy, so it was sad. Do you think Missandei will ever play prostate play with Grey Worm? They pretty much only way that they could possibly experience true sexual pleasure. Atari Dad, I don't know that they didn't already do that. Spoiler alert for Game of Thrones here for a second. Just a slight. Missandei, I believe, said to Danny, we did a great many things. She didn't specify. They said we'll talk later. So who knows what exactly. They may have got into that. The Marinese butt plugs are a real thing. Look them up. I'm not making it up. Okay, let's continue. One thing is for sure, after this episode, I can 99 and 9/10% guarantee. Gabriel or Rosita is the dad. Oh, Gabriel or Rosita is getting their head on a spike. I was going to say is the dad. I thought this was a Maury announcement. We got Tubbs in the live motherfucking chat. Oh my goodness. As we're getting closer and closer to other seasons, to other shows, we're starting to see all sorts of amazing names back in the live chat. It's great to see you, Tubbs. Lindsay, what did you think of this episode? Oh, Tubbs. You should just review Gotham. I have to catch up on this season of Gotham. I am going to try to catch up before the end and binge watch it, but it's weird. Like, sometimes when you move, it goes smoothly and your whole life kind of transitions really easily. But since I've moved, I haven't quite still got into my rhythm. Mixed with getting sick and some weird life changes. I'm going through the change. I'm starting to grow these little things on the back of my neck that are going to destroy my fear. Sorry. Anyone who watches Star Trek, the two people watching Star Trek Galaxy will get that reference. But no, Brian, if I am king, you can be on my small council, motherfucker. You could be a master of something, master of fucking something. But yes, I should do more reviews of Gotham. I will review the final season, absolutely. Wow, what this is. Oh, what an episode, says K-Rich. K-Rich wanted to stay up and watch. K-Rich is like, Phil, I like you. I like you, dude. I've been listening to your podcast for a while. I'm still here. But give me a fucking break. Do something else on Sunday nights, damn it. Oh my goodness. Dog is badass. Dog is the best. Dog. Whoa, bro. Wait. Whoa. There you go, man. Phil, check your email, you dirty baked hippie. Oh, I know what you sent me, Tom. I'm spite not using it again because no one wants to relive this nonsense. No, I might use a couple of pictures of it, Tom. I can do it. Watch, Tom. Look, bam, there it is. Tom's got pictures. Look, everyone. This is the pictures of what happened. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, dude. They found a yo-yo. Oh, I got a yo-yo. Look at me. Brinfield, I will fuck you. I'm going to fuck you and then fuck you again. Oh no. Hey, I'm Opie. You don't fuck with me. I kicked I shot Hellboy in his fucking chest, motherfucker. Oh, that's the last one. Okay, go back this way. Dad, come here, you little shit. You fucking annoying prick. You can beat up one of my foot soldiers, but you're not beating up me. I'm gonna play with the yo-yo. That won't come in handy. Look, I already threw up. Now my pants are tight. Okay, there we go. See you, Tom. Love you, buddy. Thank you. I used it, Tom. I'll probably use it again later. I do appreciate that, man. That's fucking awesome. Tom himself, who's giving me screen caps of the entire episode to help improve the recap. See, even if I don't work on making the show better, you guys in the live motherfucking chat are working on it. Whether it's you're drinking more and making me more entertaining, because please, I highly recommend intoxicating yourself in some manner while you listen to this podcast. Whether it's in the morning with coffee or weird sugar, cinnamon-like bun treats. Cinnamon-like bun treats, yeah, sure. Okay, AMC should have the ASMR YouTube guest as a whisper. That'd be amazing. Whoa, one more time. One more whoa for you, Brian Watt. Brian Dodd, I mean. Hello, 1998 champions. Good to see all of our friends. See, Brian, it's funny that you say that. I've more heard it from Keanu's character in Parenthood. You know, if anyone's seen that movie, I've got that comparison before. Whoa, man. He's like a bigger stoner than Ted was. Okay. Don't fool yourself, Phil. I was baked and drunk. But this was less entertaining. I think the Terminus War should have lasted longer. Chalk Boy, that's one of the sad parts is as we're getting to this stretched out Walking Dead that's a little less interesting to me. To make it seem some of the other storylines that could have been possibly more interesting if they... no, I'm going to say that what made some of the... Like, Terminus was... I think it was spaced out pretty well. It could have been even more horrifying for a little while before they got out of all of that nonsense. But it's been a while since I rewatched that. It would be interesting to rewatch now that the bloom has exploded. The bloom is off the rose. Is that the expression? Is that the correct expression? Okay, scrolling down, Gotham sucks. I love Parenthood. Keanu has that big lines. You know, you get a license to drive a car. You can get a license to operate scuba gear, save a life. But any butt-reaming asshole can become a father. But yeah, Parenthood's a good movie. Very, very, very kind of forgotten about movie, I dare say. But Steve Martin, really cool. You got just a great Rick Moranis is in it. I mean, there's a lot of people. I could just start naming random folks that are in it. What's his name? The actor whose name I'm blanking on, but he plays the granddad in it too as well. But yeah, good movie. Period piece of at the time. Not as over the top comedic as some other of Steve Martin's movies has kind of a serious tone to it at times, but it's a good little flick. So if he doesn't have a feeling she'd be taking Stephanie's place, that's a big oh wait, I hope so. If she doesn't have a feeling she'll be taking Stephanie's place, and that's a big fight note for me. Seeing Henry get his ass beat was yet another wonderful belated birthday gift. Thank you, Walking Motherfucking Dead. Thank you, Dead. Okay, so let's read Broke's comment that he wrote me. Here we go. This is from Fandom D Saint or Broke Black Man 94. So this is TWD episode 12, the plot synopsis. While one community struggles to ease tensions that threaten to divide from within, the true nature of another group comes into focus. A mission to rescue a friend has a deadly consequence. Here we go. Alpha questions his daughter Lydia, or her daughter Lydia, on what she has learned about Hilltop. Alexandria Council meeting, which shows Michonne is in control, not the people. Rosita and Father Gabriel have a one-on-one about the circumstances of pregnancy. Dumbass Henry is caught following the whispers. Eugene and Father Gabriel have a one-on-one fight. A one-on-one where we learn Eugene has to make some charts on both positive and negative outcomes for Father Gabriel's decision, making his future with Rosita. Alpha continues to question her daughter, this time about dumbass Henry. We arrive at Whispers camp. Michonne questions Negan on the decisions he recently made. Daryl, using his tracking skill, informs the deaf chick, sorry, tell her both names, that the Whispers caught Henry. One of the Whispers challenges the rule of Alpha, but then does absolutely dog shit. Michonne learns that Judith talked to Negan. We see Father Gabriel, Rosita, Dr. Jude, and Carl saved. Sorry, can't remember his name. Sadiq. Enter the house. Michonne has a one-on-one with Aaron about the future. Alpha tells Lydia to kill dumbass Henry before Lydia decides to do anything. Walkers invade the camp thanks to Daryl. Episode ends with Daryl, Deaf Chick, and Henry and Lydia escaping. You know what, Broke? I don't have to do a recap. I think you just did it. That's done. Done. Killmonger. Even when Keanu's bad, I like him. Good example of that is the movie Devil's Advocate. I think that's a very good movie that Keanu isn't necessarily an awesome actor in, but he's really entertaining in. He's one of those guys that his personality carries through some bad acting sometimes, and I don't care because I just like Keanu. I can't put my word on it. Can't put my vibrator in it. What? Yeah, the vibrator scene when the mom was fine. It's for cleaning out my ears or something like that. So, yeah, I think the podcast is over. I think Broke did it. Broke, why don't you start writing my recaps for me? Well, like if you could be that succinct, I don't have to go through this shit. Come on, you're gonna save me from doing my little hodgy podgy zoobity doobie. You like play this stupid song over and over again, and I'm stuck in this weird, crazy loop that I can't even get the button to go push, and then I go recap. Okay, it's time for this shit. Phil, what have you done with that hair? I know. What have I done with the hair? I cut it all off. And I have it in a nice little bowl cut now. Oh no, it's sticking out my ass. It's sticking out. I look like I have Eugene hair now, whereas now I have to put like weird sort of beads and shit in there. Okay. So let's continue. Now, can we talk about True Detective? We will in a second here. Excuse me. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to go back and recap this episode after Broke did it so succinctly right there. Seriously, like it's not much to say here. So we open up on Walkers and Whispers, and Lydia's talking with them. Let's just listen to some audio clips and call this a night.
Right. He was ready to fight to keep you. Why? I acted like I needed his help. Did he touch you? No. Did you tell him about us? That there are only a few of us. That I hated living like this. I lied to get him to trust me. Except for one thing. I said they shouldn't cross you.
Okay, so let's continue with this shit now. So we open up in the Walkers, the Whispers. Lydia's back with them and walking, giving them information about what happened. It's going back and forth. Alpha's talking about how she broke her one rule, so she better get some good shit. She gotta get the good shit. Give me the good shit. And she's like, I love my daughter! I love my daughter! And they creep along. So then we come back into Michonne, and we have, this is the stupidest, some awful acting bullshit going on in this scene. Listen to this fucking trash. Trash. Play trash.
And who knows who else was listening?
We weren't being careless with it.
Rosita and Eugene went out to set up this relay and almost died because of it.
Died.
Jesus did die.
Jesus is
Because
dead.
of it. Negan got out while you were distracted because of it. I can't do my job if the council is keeping things from me.
Dumbass.
We gave you the power to veto the council based on security concerns.
And what you're doing right now is also
everything
looking at
is
some
security
clips.
concern.
Thanks
so
to
our votes
Tom
don't
himself.
matter anymore unless you agree with them.
Putting ourselves out there when we don't have to is dangerous.
So is cutting us off from the rest of the world. Who are we supposed to turn to when we need help? We can't be so worried about finding enemies that we lose our friends.
We did lose a friend.
Jesus is my friend.
Look, we all set out with the best intentions, but that doesn't change what happened. There's a new enemy out there, and they're exactly what Michonne was afraid we'd find. I don't regret the time that I spent out there with Jesus. I don't. And what happened, maybe that would have happened anyway. Maybe. But now, we know.
Now they have the power of veto because they're going to vote someone out like Big Brother on The Walking Dead. Okay, so.
What's out there, and we can't pretend otherwise.
And, so this goes back and forth, and they have this whole big debate, which ultimately turns around at the end of the episode when Michonne decides to let them actually vote for it, whatever, and not use her power of veto to make sure she decides who stays in the house. So then we continue in this next one where we find a little bit more out about the kingdom.
The kingdom is far worse than Ezekiel let on in his letter. They're too isolated, and they need the trade that this fair will bring.
The kingdom can take care of itself. They always have.
Carol wouldn't ask for help a second time if it wasn't serious.
I motion the council take a second vote on the kingdom's fair.
To what end? She'd just veto it.
I would. The roads leading there are broken and dangerous. And there is a group dressed as the dead who are trying to kill us.
Now, this scene was interesting for me because at times, like when Michonne's talking, I do think she's a good actress. I think she delivers lines of dialogue well, and I care about, to a certain extent, what she's saying. But there's some way that everything was bouncing off that seemed very like I said, rehearsed or junior high school theater-ish at times here, especially when Sadiq starts
I wish
talking
we could
here.
help them too.
Let me see if I.
And we could vote to open up our doors to our friends.
Let me
just
see if
like
it sounds
we did
as
with
bad.
the people
Let me see if it sounds just as bad when I listen back.
sanctuary. I could get behind that. But Carol made it clear in her letter that Ezekiel is not ready to give up the kingdom, and I'm not ready to risk Alexandrian lives over this.
I know that you just won.
I don't know his name, Tom. I don't even know it. You were one up on me with Laura. Wasn't sure what her name was.
But what does it mean?
I don't understand. Maybe because Eugene's not part of the council because there's still some remnant of distrust on some level because of him at one point becoming a savior.
Alexandria to survive if it means that the kingdom falls.
Centovia says, how stupid is this? They want to have a fair when they know that the Whispers are out there and can't tell the difference between them and the Walkers. Stupid.
Means Alexandria survives.
Abigail says, I agree about Michonne. It's almost like Michonne is a life preserver for some of these scenes that she's in, and I think she's finally starting to have a good understanding of her character, probably because she knows that she's leaving, so she's excited. So she's trying to go out with a bang here, and I know if Joe was here, he would be like, shut the fuck up. But I didn't dislike her scenes in this episode. I thought this was one of the best I liked Michonne in a while. But Sadiq is bad. Here we go. When the music kicks in here. Oh, it's just horrible. So we pan out to Rosita trying to buckle her pants. She's pregnant and she's hiding it. Gabriel comes in here and we have a 90210 kind of conversation.
Looks like it went well.
And this, they cut like all the music out of this and it gets slow and boring.
Oh, yeah. I'm the leader of a council that isn't really a council anymore, so there's that.
What'd she say?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
If it's all right with you, I'd rather not talk about it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I'm sorry.
1, 2.
I know I'm being difficult. I'm not trying to be.
Okay, I mean, maybe not every line, but there is a pause between every. And there's no music. I mean, at least I'm playing this, right? But if I was stopping, I know this is a podcast, this isn't a fucking television show, but so what I'm talking about, it's weird. I'm sorry. It's uncomfortable. I hope that made you feel uncomfortable. I hope if you're listening to the audio version of this, you didn't have to look at my stupid face while I was doing that, and you're just listening to the stupidity of that. I hope it made you feel a little weird, because it should. It makes you feel weird. You're gonna have one moment in this episode, a scene ago, where you have the whole team in there with Sadiq and the council, the council of the elders, the council of the stupid there of Alexandria, right? And you have this dialogue scene where everything is, again, like a middle school play where everyone is bouncing, like a Mammoth play where everyone's bouncing on dialogue. Point the boom, motherfucker, like beat dialogue shit. And some of it's really bad. So then you mix and match, and I know variety's the spice of shit, but you mix and match a little bit. And you go into this scene, and then you do the fucking pinter pause and push. Sorry, I got in a pee cycle there. And no, I'm not. That doesn't mean urine is dissecting through my body. I don't know. I'm in a weird mood. I was going to say the pinter pauses. But I realized that sounded too theatery, so I stopped myself, but I was still mid-pee. And once you go halfway through the pee, you don't stop. Once you pop, you don't stop. God, I need to drink more. This show is just such crap. Rebecca, that's the point. It's driven me to talk about this. I'm more excited to talk about philosophical pee than I am to talk about what exactly is happening in this episode, because Rebecca is right. Sorry, I'm gonna pronounce your name horribly wrong just because I love this when I hear somebody say your name. That's way Rebecca. Around where I live in Boston, some people go Rebecca. Listen, Rebecca. Sorry, but yes, it is such fucking crap. Crap in a fucking dirty stick, dude. Fandom says the pauses gave me a chance to go to the bathroom, take a piss, wash my hands, come back, and not miss a thing. Abigail says, I don't care how hard they try. I will never, ever, 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 ever. I'm going to go Dr. Cox in this one. Ever, 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 newbie. Give a shit about Rosita Gabriel and Eugene. Hannibal O'Neill, great to see you. We never even got to see Rosita tell Gabriel she was pregnant. I think, do we see it in mime? Did they mime it? God, motherfucker. Hannibal, great to see you. Hashtag philosophical P. Yes. Get a haircut and get a real job. Drinking apple juice and eating Doritos when Phil is talking about pee. Now you make me want Doritos. I don't think I have cheese popcorn and Cheez-Its. I don't have any Doritos, but now of course I want them. Okay. There we go. So it's some more philosophical pee. Phil, Sally tonight, I can't say you're trashing the show for views because it really was the worst episode so far. I'm a glutton and I keep watching too. Me too. I think I'm slightly, not slightly, I think I'm more than slightly masochistic, television masochistic. And I accept it. People like what they like. You can't tell me. I got TV kinks. I mean, I got real ones too, but I got TV kinks. So let's continue. So we go to Alpha in the Whispers, and she's walking through her crew. We spend time watching her creep over on her daughter. Her daughter picks up a yo-yo, and Henry's there, and someone tells him to go down and fight. He goes and gets in a fight. But Opie, I mean Beta, grabs him, and Beta's there, and Henry's not gonna fuck with Beta. He just kind of like picks him up. He picks him up like this. Opie's like, listen, little Henry, if you want to fuck with me, I'll drop you in your fucking shit sickle. Santovia Major, have a birthday drink with me. It was on Friday, but I'm still celebrating. Everybody, whatever you're drinking. I'm spinning the wheel too. And we're gonna land on, let's land on everyone drink. Land on everybody drink. So whatever you're drinking, whether it be water, Coca-Cola, classic red, white, Muse, soda, moose piss, or even worse, Jack Daniels. No, I was gonna say even worse, Southern Comfort. Pick up your drink and let's toast a very happy birthday to the wonderful, the amazing Santovia Major, who's giving me a present for her birthday. Happy birthday, Santovia. Oh, yes, that's good. That's good mead. That's good mead. Also, how in the hell does Lydia walk around without a mask and not attract walkers? Lindsay. You're reading, like, it's... I want to show you. I want to screen cap my computer screen right the fuck now. Frick now. I wrote that too. What would she doesn't have to wear a mask that whole time. She's just walking through. I guess if they were all whispers, they weren't actually walkers mixed in with them, but I don't. Drink your NyQuil. Feel better, Hannibal. Happy birthday to you. Abigail, I kept having to turn my volume. I'm Bob Walters, and I have to turn up my volume. I kept having to turn my volume up to hear Alpha, and then all of a sudden the music would come up and deafen me. Not cool. That's like when I'm not going to do it. That's when I'll play a loud musical instrument. Sorry, headphone users. Beta has a bad track record with young men. Just ask Norman Bates. He really does.
I'm writing a book, Norman. Your life is so interesting.
Good to have
Go.
Jason in there. Oh, you turned on the captions. I can only imagine what the captions are like trying to keep up with me. Listen, captions, can you keep up with this? Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana. Can you keep up with me, captions? Did it keep up with all of that? I'm very curious. Okay, so let me continue because I'm just stalling time. And the more time I stall, the longer this is going to take. So, okay, good, Hannibal. As long as you're drinking NyQuil or Benadryl for pleasure, not for pain, it's perfectly okay. As long as you're of the age to drink NyQuil. Sure. Whatever that means. Of the age. Okay. So, Henry again just can't not talk his shit. Well, Henry's like, I'm from Hilltop. Hey. How's it going?
You came for her.
Oh, I meant the captions on the show, not on YouTube. Sorry. I know. I thought you meant you turned on the captions to try to understand what I was saying. Oh my goodness. I am out of my gourd tonight. Thank you everybody for allowing me to I feel like the Mr. Rogers of podcasting sometimes. Thank you for being my neighbor, everybody. Today we're going to go to the land of make-believe. Hi, Phil. We're in the land of make-believe where Henry is a dumbass and he tells everybody everything. Oh, Henry. How stupid are you? Hi, everybody. I'm Henry. I follow her because I'm the guy that meets a girl out at a bar one night and I think she's in love with me because that's what I do. Oh, do we run out of music? Oh, let's play it. We got to continue. We got to do another loop. Play it again, Sam. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Phil. Okay, Henry, he's going along with the whispers. So then we go to some sweeping, and oh yeah, Eugene and Gabriel. Okay, and then we have this discussion, which was cute. This is enough, Gabe. Oh wait, let me turn. Sorry. Let me turn that voice down. This is enough, Eugene, for me. Seeing him every once in a while in a creepy sort of scene like this to add a little bit of comedy. If this scene was in a better season, where there was more stuff that was going on and this was just sort of a side scene in the middle, like a C story kind of thing going on in a more important episode. And I'm not talking about the whole thing with Rosita. I just mean specifically this scene. I wouldn't have minded this. This was cute.
You're so stupid.
Not that.
The pertinent question is, what can I do for you?
This is like Eugene at his best. Used to perfection.
In this first chart, the left column enumerates many of the positive and negative aspects of staying with Rosita while she raises her progeny with another man. In the right column, I've assigned each of these aspects with a corresponding positive or negative numeric value. And then on chart number 2...
Chart number 2?
Taken the numeric values from chart 1 and estimated their impact over time. Well, there is some instability in their first few years.
Oh yeah, Joe would not let me get through the recap of this. He'd be like, "We're not listening to this." That's half the fun of trying to play this audio when Joe's here, to get him to be like, "Yeah, no." But again, I generally did like this interaction. Again, this is Eugene at his best, used effectively.
Happiness shows a definitive growth pattern when projected over the long term.
Well,
great to see Patricia here.
thank you for this.
Also brought along my scoring rubric and evaluative criteria, if that would be helpful.
He brought his little creepy fucking black book.
Yeah,
Jason says Judith is right. Michonne did change from badass to lame ass.
I don't think it would be.
Fuck you, Phil. Eugene is bae. Come at me. He's the best.
All right. If you'll pardon my French. Oh
God, I just don't. I'm somebody again. I watched 90210. I watched. I was gonna say, Gossip Girl, OC. I watch stupid drama, love story, will they, won't they crap. I am a fan of that kind of cheesemonger bullshit. I don't love it. I don't love myself. I hate myself for watching Riverdale. Okay? I don't care about this shit on The Walking Dead.
But I'm not the father.
Wait, we're back on Maury here? I'm not the
Can't
father.
let my feelings get in the way of what's best for this child.
It ain't for you to say. Or Sadiq. It's her decision. Pretty much all hers. Look, I'll admit, I don't entirely understand it, but Rosita...
I did watch The Creek, too.
Not Sadiq. Certainly not yours truly, despite my being head over hammer toes in love with her.
Everybody loves Rosita. I've watched her. I mean, he's watched her. He's creepily watched her have sex enough times. I mean, he feels like he's a part of the situation. So then we go back over to mother giving a speech about daughter.
Next to mine. All I know is his name.
And she gives her an apple and she eats it. So then we get to see the Whisper group heading behind another horde, or arriving back at Vostothrak here. And we're here. Henry's like, we're back to where the Horse Lords, no weapons are allowed to be here through the gates. Beta's doing his work, skinning and bringing Henry with him. And they're getting Lydia some new skins. She unlocked the achievement, so she gets to wear the special Spider-Man outfit. So here we go off to, again, as Joe said it last week, Negan consistently is the most interesting thing on the show right now, because Jeffrey D. Morgan is a good actor, and seeing him and Michonne in a scene together here where they both, there's some stakes to it, there's some stuff that's at least been built up, and Negan's not mugging for the camera anymore, and it allows Jeffrey D. Morgan to actually do some fucking work rather than be a cartoon character. So again, there's a scene in these episodes that I can only call them like I see them. Scenes I did like, scenes I didn't like. A lot I didn't like this episode. This was another scene I liked.
Surprised it took so long.
I want answers.
I'm a huge original 90210 fan, Hannibal. I'm not even lying. I had a huge I'm not even going to go there. Don't get me started on that. That podcast is coming too.
And I'm told you'll only give them.
Maybe when they do the reunion show around that time, I'll do a I know people are dying for that. They'd love to hear my take on the Dylan losing his money storyline. I mean, that was one of the best.
So, tell me, why the hell did you come back? Because I know for damn sure it wasn't for nothing.
Well, in fairness to Gabe, it wasn't all his fault that I got out. You can't keep a big dog locked up forever. Sooner or later, he's got to run.
Yeah, but you ran back. So what kind of dog does that make you?
I'm glad you asked.
I don't know. Oh, Jason, I think it might go in a different direction. He said it'd be sad when Negan dies. I wonder if, I mean, we know that Michonne's not going to be here for much longer. So I think this is just a passing the torch sort of situation to make us even more okay with Negan leading the Alexandrians. But I don't think he's going anywhere anytime soon. I think Jeffrey D. Morgan will probably be a part of the Walking Dead, unless he's jumping ship too. But we shall see. And Tom asks, what do I think about the Whisper's numbers? I got the feeling that they were trying to tell us that it was more people than we would have thought. It seemed like a lot of people. I don't know how to count people in this world, but it seemed like they had a very large group. So we come back and so Negan's in the cage. Let's listen to more of this.
You know, I was in your home. I could have waited there. Bashed your head in when you walked through the door.
Why did you?
I could have bashed in a whole lot of heads. But I didn't.
Because you knew you'd be a dead man if you tried. You're an asshole, not an idiot. No, I think
that's what people say about me.
Take your shot out there, and out there spit you out. So you dragged your
Well, what Michonne's saying right here is what most people that know me say to me usually.
Ass right back here. That's it, isn't it?
Well, you're right. The world has changed. But the thing is, I've changed too.
What do you want?
If you're not gonna kill me, then maybe you could learn to trust me a little bit.
Wow.
Okay, it's a good scene. We don't have to listen to the whole thing, but she spots Judith in the window and Michonne. It's just Negan's way of creeping to eventually be in the leadership potential. It was both of them were right in this moment. Pff. Oh, okay, Michonne. really feel Negan should have been Henry Rollins. It wouldn't have been bad. Rollins is a little old to play the part, but young Rollins definitely. I mean, the part was meant to be that. I still think there was a couple of other people that possibly could have played the part better than Jeffrey D. Morgan, but I'll take what I can get right now. But I could not agree with you more that I think the casting of Negan was off, and that kind of set. If Negan was cast a little bit better, a little bit closer to what I think the character should have been, then I think the last couple of seasons could have been more interesting. Maybe not as tight, still not perfect, but you needed someone that could pull off some of that cocky, locky talk a little bit more and seem a little less muggy to the cameras. But blubbity bloobity blubbity blah blah. Crying over spilt. Piss. I'll say piss. I was thinking many things there. Usually if I pause, it's because I go, should I really say that? Should I? Lindsay says, I'm just wondering where AMC is going to get the money to pay Reedus, who they promised his contract. They made $40 million. $40 million, Jesus. AJ Weston, yeah, on Sons of Anarchy. He was a very, very fucked up part. And I was also thinking of that movie, The Chase, that he's in, where he plays with Mickey Dolenz' daughter and Charlie Sheen and Flea. Okay, so we come back in, and Daryl, and I'll forget her name, who writes things down. And I write things down, and they start talking. Tom, check it out. I'm using Tom. Oh yeah, they have a little talk. Look right there. Oh, it's the scene. That's the scene I'm talking about, motherfucker. It worked out once. I did it. I fucking did it. Oh, Tom himself. Thank you. Okay, so we go over to Beta skinning a Waka. Skinning a Waka, dude. Is my fucking Boston accent coming out or what, dude? I'm skinning a fucking Walker's fucking face off. Right here, dude. Check it out. There it is. Skinning it. Cutting them shits up. Look at it. Look at how cool it looks. And then the group, after he does all this, he's like, fuck you, Clay. You fucking... You know what you did to Donna? Fuck you, Clay. Fuck you, Clay. I should have done this to you a long time ago. Listen, Jax, if you don't stop walking like that, I'm going to fuck you up. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye. No, if anyone gets the na 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 hey, hey, goodbye reference, you get 10 points there. Okay, so... Okay, so Alpha. Okay, then we get into this challenge. I challenge you. The challenge was so fucking lame. I'm sorry. Okay, if you're gonna have enough balls to go up and challenge the leader and say, I'm gonna challenge. I challenge you, right? Okay. And here we go. Let's get to the challenge flag. This guy's throwing his challenge flag. I challenge the call on the field. Alpha, I challenge your fucking bullshit. I challenge your leadership. It's fight time, right? You don't even take a swing. You don't even make an attempt. You just sit there and let her dance around and talk shit to you and cut your wife's or your girlfriend's, decapitate. That was the word I was looking for. Decapitate your girl's fucking head and dance around in bingo. I mean, I know Beta grabs him like that, but right when he steps up right there, I challenge you, stab her. Do it. If you challenge, it's on. The game is on. Chosen didn't wait to attack Danielson. Excuse me. Whatever. Okay. So we go. Fight. Itchy and scratchy fight. And both of them get killed. And it's a magic party. It's a dead man's party. Who could ask for more? Everybody's cutting off heads. Look at this dead ass boy. Get the dead ass out your door. And then this dude too. It's a little dance. He's like, shh. She's like, shh. Don't worry, I'm not gonna kill you. Don't worry. I'm not gonna kill you. I'm just gonna have some fun. Okay? And and then she fucking kills him, and Henry watches the whole situation and is like, the fuck is going on here? So sorry as I'm pushing every button but the right one. So And thank you, Tom himself. This is a lot of fun now that I'm actually using this. Now that I'm like synced up, it works really well. Okay, so we got fight. I just thought this scene was a little lame. That scene was called Foreshadowing. Back. Yes, thank you. Didn't know that Alpha had predator-like technology when the string went through the girl's neck. Like there was nothing there. I didn't know it was that easy to decapitate a head with a steel wire like that. It's good. Good to know. We got to get some of that stuff. It was adamantium. This just in.
This just in. Apparently that was adamantium that she used.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you, weird news reporter with holding your nose. But so, and then on our commercial break, we had another one of these fucking stupid, motherfucking idiotic. Here we go. The Walking Dead will be back in 1 minute. Stay tuned. Like, give me a break. Come on. These are new. They've just started doing these. Stop it now. It's not good. It's really bad. It's really, really, really bad. So we come back in, and the kids... Oh, yeah. And we bump into Judith and Michonne have a little conversation.
Fine. You must have gotten there late, seeing as you were standing on the stairs outside the jail. And
listen, are you talking to Negan? What are you doing? I'm not talking to Negan. Well, yeah, I am talking to Negan. Well, is he your friend? What's going on? Tell me what's happening. Go fuck yourself. Listen, Negan's a bad person. He did bad things. I don't care. I'm talking to Negan. Fuck you.
Or ago?
Just a couple minutes.
Wow, this fucking turd
Why are you
monkey.
spying on me?
I wasn't.
What's
I
up,
went there
Tim?
to see Negan.
Have you been talking to him?
Have you been talking to your ex-boyfriend? Hope you're not talking to Negan. If you're talking to Negan, we're in trouble. We're breaking up.
Why?
I feel sorry for him.
He is not your friend, sweetheart.
Well, obviously.
So if he's not your friend, then why are you talking to him?
Duh.
Listens to me. Not everybody does.
I don't want you to ever go near him again.
Ever.
Why not?
Never.
There's a reason that he's in a cage, Judith. He is a monster.
No, he's not. He's a human being.
But he has done monstrous things. He's killed people.
So have you.
People I cared about. People your dad cared about. And if we ever let him out, it would start all over again.
But Mom, he did get out. He's not like that anymore.
Did he kill anyone that Shane cared about?
I get why you want to believe that. But people don't really change.
You did.
It's gonna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good, Judith. It's gonna make a difference. Gonna make Negan right. Okay. Well. Listen, Michonne. I think you should come over here and take Negan and tell him he's got some serious issues. Okay, so, I blush to you, Ronnie. So, here we go. So Michonne, yeah, that's that scene. So then Henry and Lydia share a look, and she smiles at him, and he goes, "It's all worth it, cause Because, oh God, I fucking hate Henry, and I cannot get behind him. I'm not, in no way, shape, or form am I any fan of that shit. I'm having too much fun tonight, guys. Thank you so much. I needed this. There's very few people in my normal life want to hear me talk this much, so I appreciate you guys being able to sit there and hang out and babble with me back and forth in the live motherfucking chat. And I will give you guys each some change out of my pocket for being my collective therapists for the evening. I appreciate it. So Alpha comes off. Alpha's mask comes off like Darth Vader. Take my mask off, Beta. And we have to do whatever we can to protect ourselves. We see the Horde and Daryl and what's her name are watching. So, for the record, Judith's best kid actor in the show so far. I would agree with that. I think Judith is captivating. She's entertaining. She's cute. She's cheesy enough for a kid, but not too cheesy. And she's got a little bit of a badass thing about her, too. I think out of all the kid actors that The Walking Dead's had so far, she's towards the top of the list. I would also put the two kids, the stare at the flowers there, girl Mika, and what was the other girl's name? I forget. But they would be close to there as well. Next audio clip, I have to sneak upstairs for some more water. Water. Well, Phil, Henry does not have that annoying alpha accent. Oh, goodness. Live motherfucking chat. You guys are making me smile tonight. So, oh my goodness, where are we? Okay, Sadiq, Gabriel, Rosita, and everyone's happy and laughing as they have their three-way conversation while Eugene is in his spot to watch. That's what I said in this scene. As we're getting close to the finish here. Lizzie and Mika. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. Kid actors are a sword without a hilt. It's interesting going back. I'm not going to go too far down this rabbit hole right now because I will change subject like a quick with the quickness if I try, because I am now in my rewatch of Game of Thrones somewhere in season 4. I believe I'm like the second episode of season 4, but rewatching it from the beginning, I think when you get good kid actors, and they're not easy to find, but when you do, someone like Maisie Williams and even Bran in that first season, I mean, he was so cute, but really pulling off some of that stuff extremely well. And Robert Aaron as well, like kid actors that can pull off parts. It's really good. When it's effective, it's awesome. I was thinking Macaulay Culkin and Good Son or something like that. Okay, so Henry is doing this Zoolander face the whole dang time. Yes, he is. The same expression. Is that the correct expression? It is. There is. Same look. It's, yeah, like when he watches the person be skinned or killed or died, it's impossible to see if he's really upset or affected by it because he has the same expression on his face the whole fucking time. Joffrey, yeah. Joffrey, another example. We were just watching the episode, that Joffrey's final episode, and thinking how amazing that was of a casting choice for him. I used to like Maisie Williams. These days, she looks like she's high off the smell of her own farts. The best kid actor they had in the show was a little toddler, Judith, who barely cried and couldn't talk. Thanks for reminding me, Phil. I got to rewatch all Game of Thrones prior to season 8's premiere. Okay, so let's continue here before I go too far off topic, because I'm very close. That's so wizard, Paul Q. Westworld spoiler. Henry's a host. Henry is Ollie. So we go back over to... God, I love that. Ian. Michonne and Aaron have a talk, and they wax poetically.
Daddy, it's Michonne.
Daddy. Daddy.
Hey.
Daddy.
Gracie, go on inside and play, okay? I'll be there in a minute.
Oh, Daddy. Daddy, come home. Oh, yeah. That was, I guess. No, sorry. Daddy. Daddy, talk to Michonne.
I wanted to thank you for your support at the meeting. I'm sure that wasn't easy.
It was, actually. You know, we all agreed on the rules. We agreed to live by them. After a while, I think it was easy for us to forget why we had them in the first place. But the way things have gone down recently made me remember.
I was just talking about that. It's a shame that Jackie Gleason... Thank you for getting that, fuck you. It's so wizard, fuck you. It's Jackie Gleason is super amazing. I know he says he's done, but I could see him coming out of retirement to like come back and do a Caligula movie or something, like, and do one part and retire again. I have a feeling, and I don't know anything, and this is completely out of nowhere, and it might never happen, that he will get at least one adult role by Jack Gleason, and it won't be like him in a romantic comedy or something. He'll come back and play another evil, crazy character. He'll get again. I'm just pulling Caligula out of my head. I know there already is a movie, but with what they're doing remakes, let's remake Caligula with Jackie Gleason. Let's get him out of retirement to do that. That needs to happen. He could play Harry Potter when there's a reboot. If there's evil Potter, that'd be great. That would be great. Playing against type like that. But I say stare into the tornado. Like, come out of retirement every once in a while to play like a horrible motherfucking person. And then go back to his like life of being a doctor, saving people's lives, whatever he's gonna really do with his life. You know, he just comes out every once in a while to role play like one of the more horrible people in the universe. It's Jack Gleason, not Jackie Gleason. I know who Jackie Gleason is. Big difference. One of these days, Atari Dad, bang, pow, right to the moon. You're talking about the greatest, you know. I know the difference. I'll use any excuse to say Jackie Gleason. You're talking about the Hustler, man? Is that who you're talking about? Talking about Fats, Minnesota Fats? Is that who you're talking about? Yeah, Paul Q. He should totally play Caligula. Who would do better than Jack Gleason playing Caligula? Yeah. But okay. So Michonne decides to let the people decide whether they go to the fair. And then we get slow pans, like really slow pans, and to pad out this time of this episode that could have been cut a little bit more and stuck with another episode to make a more interesting episode. But no, we have long pans, like the beginning of Star Trek, the motion picture, when we just get the ship porn. We get Alexandria porn, where we just get to see Alexandria. Yeah. And then Michonne's thinking, more Alexandria. It's so exciting. It's so exciting. I can't contain myself. Let's go back over here. Okay, so then we come back to the vicious choice, where Henry's dragged up and Alpha throws a knife down and tells Lydia to pick it up and kill Henry. You got to kill Henry because you got to prove that you're one of us. One of us. Okay. I'm going to play this clip and I'm going to go get water. I'll be right back.
Pick it up. Pick it up. Now, kill the boy. What? You weren't gone long. Maybe it was long enough.
Long enough for what?
To forget which side you're on.
Oh, that movie Caligula was definitely puke-worthy. Hannibal. The great one was Wayne Gretzky. The greatest was Jackie Gleason. And then she's saved by the walkers.
Please.
Would she have killed him? No. But no, it's...
Your father. You know what happened to him.
Yeah, I know what happened to him, Mother.
Kill him. Or he'll kill you both. You
Kill,
decide.
kill. Oh my goodness, yes. As Daryl decides... Okay, that's enough of that. So Daryl basically decides to do the same thing and lures some walkers towards the camp, gets the attack going on, grabs Henry. Lydia runs off too with... What's Daryl's girlfriend's name? What's the girl that writes the shit down? His name? I don't know. Someone tell me. Whatever her name is. What's her name? And they magically escape and are magically delicious. Roddy, private message me. No. let me get my costume on, and we'll have a talk. We'll have a talk after the show. No, you're making me blush. So, and then Judith pops up again. Is like, listen, guys. Oh my goodness, you guys in the live motherfucking chat are killing me tonight. Killing me. I'm catching up. All this chat is being thrown at me one at a time. Sorry, I'm catching up on stuff that was happened a long time ago. Why didn't Daryl throw the mask away at the end? It was just, I don't know. I don't know what to say, guys. I don't know how to end this. I don't know how to end this discussion. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to end this discussion with the only way I know how, by... It's time for a Tim Gersh message. That's right. Our buddy Tim Gersh left us a voicemail. Let's listen to him and see what Tim has to say. And now is the time. If anyone wants to get in a last-minute voicemail about this Walking Dead episode, about any topic at this point, you can do that at 781-990-8509. Again, that's 781-990-8509. I'm going to be on for a little while longer here because I zipped through this recap tonight. So let's listen to Tim. It's time for me to shut the fuck up, and let's listen to what Tim has to say.
Yeah, hey, Phil. So, shut the fuck up.
I will. Okay.
So my comment, I rained on the hamburgers. Whisperers, plus Lydia makes 13. Yeah, they need to skin that new zombie for the face every day. Yeah, meaning eating up.
Santovia Majors giving you some love in the live motherfucking chat, Tim, saying that's your bestie, motherfucker. So let's listen to some more of Tim motherfucking Gersh.
Killing all the zombies for a couple hundred miles around. Yeah, so, wearing the mask would be stupid. Anyway, also, gotta make a distinction. Yeah, I mean, let's be the guy. He's a pussy. Fuck that guy. What the fuck is he doing? And seems to be he was what? Well, she's right. It was just a stupid bitch. And well, she's pretty much Lila. And remember what Jack said? Not even half an hour. And LP was in the ball coverly pussy wet. It's what she did. She covered him in pussy wet. And, I'm not even gonna watch it. I'm just gonna watch Sons of Anarchy. Fuck Walking Dead. My show is over.
Thank you, Tim Gersh, for our motherfucking message. And good stuff as always. And ultimately, it's tough because I know a lot of people that there are probably some people that are feeling this season of The Walking Dead. They like the new direction of the show. They like the new characters. They like the new thing. And I feel... it's not that I feel bad. I feel bad for you. No, I don't feel bad for you for liking it. I appreciate that people are enjoying this or that there are people enjoying it. It's just really difficult for me week to week to be excited to do anything but be able to come out here and talk to you guys, which is why I'm watching the show. So I'm going through I'm going through my own Andy Dufresne television moment every week of climbing through this pile of shit to be able to babble. But that's the thing. Unlike the last two seasons, and I was mentioning this to Joe last week, even in disagreement, but I will say this again this week. I think the show is being produced at a higher quality this season than it was the last two. The whole Negan arc, I feel like, was a low point of the production of the show. I feel like some of the special effects went a little bit down the tube. I feel that the storylines were completely horrible. I feel like the dialogue was at all-time lows. I feel like the whole Negan arc both times had a total of maybe an hour of entertainment that I really, truly enjoyed. This season so far with this storyline with the Whisper arc, it's not that it's not being produced, and this is my opinion, well, I think the special effects look really cool. Seeing Opie skin the walker was disgusting in the right way. It should have shocked me in an interesting way. The way the whispers are visually designed, I think, generally look pretty effective. I think that there's the correct amount of why they're using the amount of characters and bouncing around. I think that's pretty good. I think the episodes are generally edited pretty well. I still don't give a fuck, though. I don't know why. Is it me? Is it just that I'm in the relationship and you know you're gonna break up eventually, but you stopped caring about each other, but you're still in it, and you're just waiting for things to fall apart? Is that the thing I am with The Walking Dead at this point? Like, I'm going through the motions right now and I can't get away from it. I'm in an abusive relationship with The Walking Dead. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's horrible. I think it's meh. It's not, I wouldn't say it's insultingly bad, except for some of the dialogue choices and some of the B-line storylines. But B-line storylines in The Walking Dead have always been trash. So again, if they would hit the Rosita storyline in a different season when some of the other stuff was a little bit more engaging. Again, it all comes down to character to me as well. I'm not feeling, maybe if I was feeling the actress that was playing Alpha a little bit more, I would be feeling this season a little bit more. Perhaps, maybe some of the people that are feeling it more, it's for that reason. I don't know. So, all in all, to put a bow on it, do I have a bow? Can I put a bow on it? To put a something on it, I don't know. I'm looking forward to next week's episode. It looks like we're going to get some action. I feel like if they're gonna have me not care about the characters like this, and I've said this before, I've said this a couple times, if they're going to have the characters be essentially, not disposable, but less fleshed out three-dimensional creatures and more, and continuous with this bad dialogue that makes them seem hollow and like theater characters at times, if they're going to continue down that road, kill me with action. You know what I mean? Like, really kill me with action. Go all the way. I want to see it go balls to the wall. So next week when we have the Beta versus Daryl shit going on, I hope that's done to the nth degree. I hope they kill that. And it's really a fun action piece, and it's the best episode of the season. We got Joe Dirty Locks back next week, and I want Joe and I to come out here next week and say, this was an awesome episode of The Walking Dead. Fuck all. And talk about it. I don't want to keep bitching about this show every week because, again, I don't think it's offensively bad. I think it's just, it's tired and it's old and it's bad. And again, I don't mean it in the sense that that every show can't go on for a long time. But right now, this show is not, it's showing severe fatigue in figuring out how it can create engaging storylines again. And I don't know how they can get that back, or if they can ever truly get that back without ending and then relaunching with the Rick Grimes movie or whatever, or doing a separate entity as I was talking to somebody, or DJ, I was talking to DJ earlier about the potential of another Walking Dead spin-off series and if that could be good. And I do think you could always have the potential for good storylines set in the Walking Dead universe. The Walking Dead Prime, the television show, in the way that you feel about the flow of a show, has reached a conclusion of where it should have ended when Rick Grimes left. There shouldn't have been that time jump, and if there was that time jump, it should have been the time jump in spin-off series. That's when you start a spin-off series, and then you have some other characters from the original series make guest appearances. And I keep comparing this to other spin-off series type shows. I think The Walking Dead is running into a Glee problem, where Glee wanted to spin off into a New York season where they had half the characters going to a different situation and then spin off and have the school show be two separate shows, but they decided to have it be one big show. What The Walking Dead should have done was ended The Walking Dead proper when Rick Grimes left the show and continue that Walking Dead proper universe in these AMC movies that they want to do, with Rick coming back and focused around The Walking Dead, Rick Grimes thing, whatever. And then take this Whisper storyline with all these new characters with the Saved by the Bell, the new class, and take them all and start a new show, Walking Dead, the Whisper arc or something. It's not, or Whisper the Walking Dead or whatever you want, whatever play on The Walking Dead you want to do. And have another, or started as the first series on the Walking Dead anthology series that every season is a different Walking Dead storyline. Maybe not even what I said with little 15-minute vignettes. Maybe each season is a one-off story, like set like, well, what do you call it? With I'm just quoting Ryan Murphy shows here. The American Horror Story, where every year is a different tale. I don't know. I'm just kind of talking circles around The Walking Dead right now. Let's see if anyone in the live motherfucking chat has anything else to say about this episode before we move. Phil, can you watch the trailer, or will I've been getting clipped on some videos for the audio clips. And when I'm talking over them, it's fucked up. I don't usually talk about that shit, but yeah, it's worse, or for still images and weird situations. So unless it's entirely something I have to do that with and have to show trailers, like when the Game of Thrones trailer comes out or something, I'm not gonna go out of my way at the end of a podcast to do that. Unfortunately, Tom, they're bastards. It's a fucking bastard. It's a fucking bastard. So Now, okay, so if you're here for just The Walking Dead, thank you, everybody. It was really good talking to you. That wasn't the song I wanted to push, but it's okay. It will have to do. Now we gotta cheer things up. Cheer things up. Oh, dude, they copyrighted me once on one of my videos. They copyrighted me for Hannibal's Pink Floyd cover. Oh my goodness. Yeah, trailers on YouTube are a sword without a hilt. That sounds familiar, Ian. I love you, Ian. But everybody, if you're here for The Walking Dead alone, if The Walking Dead is the only show you like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't do it. So let's continue on to talk about something else here before I call this an evening. So I'm going to talk about True Detective Season 3, but if you haven't watched True Detective Season 3, do not worry. This is going to be a non-spoiler sort of discussion. I'll do a separate podcast at some point soon, probably sometime next week if I have some time. It's a weird week. I have some tests I got to go get done. It's my yearly tests. For those of you who have been with me a long time, you guys will know what I'm talking about. My yearly tests are coming up. So I got to go through all of that this week and next week. So we'll see how that all works out. But I'll also want to do a True Detective discussion too. So I do want to talk a little bit about season 3 as a whole. I did enjoy the thing from beginning to end. I think it started out, the beginning half was a little bit stronger than the end half, but I think in general it stuck through the whole way. Excuse me. I thought the conclusion was satisfying in some ways, loose in others, and I do think it was a matter of the decision in the editing, not necessarily the writing of the choices that they made in the end. I think in the end they could have chose to end at a certain point that was more conclusive, and instead they left things out in the open. I love the slight spoiler, but not really. I love how we saw that this is a bigger world and that this and the other seasons are possibly connected in some way. I like that little bit that we got in the middle there. I think each episode was finely constructed and always kept me engaged and had just the right amount of episodes, not too many, not too little. The story it wanted to tell was good and made me uncomfortable in the right ways, and also made me feel good in the right ways too. I think Steven Dorff was my sneaky MVP. Obviously, the main character, blanking on the actor's name, but he was excellent in it as well. But Steven Dorff, and I know he can do that, because I've seen him in so many things where he is awesome. But Steven Dorff, I didn't know he had this kind of character in him, and what could have been very two-dimensional came off as a very entertaining and well-developed character. Their chemistry was palpable was Lord Palpatine to Woody and McConaughey in season 1. They definitely had a balance and a friendship and a connection that worked. A lot of this season really did remind me, and I mentioned this before, and I'll talk about this too in the review, and especially how it ended and how everything worked out, reminded me a lot of the final episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation. I would love, if I ever had a chance, ever lucky enough to be at a convention where I had press access or anything and got to sit down with the writer-creator of this season, I would ask if that episode, that 2-part episode, All Good Things, had any influence on this season, because I feel like it intensely mirrored some elements of it throughout, and I think that exceptionally works. So yeah, I don't want to talk too much about it because I don't want to slip out any spoilers, but there isn't really too much to spoil. It's almost like some shows that you watch are choose your own adventure books, and I'm not talking about Van der Schneisen or whatever, the Netflix thing. I mean that it can go in any direction and it feels like it's always organically moving. Some television shows, like a video game that is a linear storyline, feels like it's always meant to kind of go down a certain path, and you can follow it pretty consistently and almost talk about it and know what's going to happen and not care too much about spoilers. And I think this season, in a way, especially the way it concludes and the way you kind of do get to figure out what happens, it doesn't leave you hanging. It does maybe in a couple of ways it does, but it definitely leaves you with an uncomfortable feeling at times, or satisfied feeling too. It kind of gives you everything right there, but it does feel linear in a sense, If that makes any sense, I don't know if it does. Probably doesn't. But I did very much like it, and I feel like I could almost talk about the end without spoiling the experience of watching it, but I won't. And so yeah, look out for some sort of spoiler cast sometime in the next 2 weeks. Let's continue. So yeah, enough of that. All right, since the Walking Dead talk is over, I got to be up early in the morning. Yeah, everyone's like, done. And spoiler alert a little bit, because I'm not going to tell you how. Speaking of the Walking Dead, a Walking Dead character shows up there as well towards the end of that season. So yeah, have a good night. I'm going to start wrapping things up too, because I also have a early morning tomorrow. Thank you, everyone, for checking this out. But I did want to get my quick thoughts on True Detective just in case, because the next couple of weeks are busy as fuck, and I might not have as much time as possible to come out. So I do have to come out and talk about that. I do also want to talk a little bit. Fuck it. I'm going to be on for a little while longer. Let me do some hippie activities before I call it. I also want to talk a little bit about Star Trek Discovery and the Orville. Both shows are exceptionally good right now, and I'm watching both of them. Orville's last 2 episodes were really well done and added a different dynamic to the show, a little bit more of a serious sense. Star Trek Discovery this season, if you would all... It's hard, because I still hate the CBS All Access thing. It's hard to support it in any way, shape, or form. So pirate the fuck out of that show, please. Skip season 1. If you end up ever wanting to give that show a shot, skip season 1. Watch season 1 after you already have watched season 2. Season 2 is a huge mark better. Is it perfect? No. Is it great? No. It's Star Trek, actually. So if you're at all into Star Trek and you never given Discovery a shot for whatever reason, or you gave season 1 a shot and you thought it was shit, give season 2 a shot. And I think you might be surprised. So, yeah. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. If you did like this video or like this podcast, please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button. Share the channel with a friend and share the podcast with someone as well. And if the audio cast people have been wondering where the hell the podcasts have been, I apologize. I had some technical difficulty stuff with getting the podcast host up for another year, but we have it all set thanks to some amazing help from our patrons and our super chat donators. We have another year of the podcast going, so that should be fun and should be up. And listening to this podcast, will be the end of a huge three-part. I'm gonna put the last 3 Walking Dead casts all in one audio cast all together, like all 3 podcasts, bam, bam, bam. So if you made it through all of that, you made it to the secret message, you win the prize. And email me at igotissuesman@gmail.com. And the prize might just be me going, "You're fucking awesome," but hey, you're fucking awesome. So everybody, thank you so much. Talk to you next time. Oh, everybody, get out. Carmine's here. Get out. We got Carmine in the live on the fucking chat. It was. Okay, fuck this. I'm waiting. Okay, quick. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spoiler alert, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, K-Rich, the way they chose to end that, like on that one note, was, Carmine said derp. Like you guys both said derp. I think they should have ended it right at the point that he handed the thing to his son. I think if they ended it right there, or ended it even a half a beat before then, ended it at him showing up at the house and being like, I don't know where I am, and we see who's there, and we get that kind of feeling. I think if they ended it right there, it would have been more effective. It would have felt more like connected to the feeling of losing your fucking mind and how tragic that shit is. Instead, it was, I think, a step too far. It gives a little too much at the end, I think, where it could have been even more effective if less is more to a certain extent. I don't know. That's just what I thought. So yeah, that's just I guess that's just I guess I was vague enough, but Tom's like, spoil this shit out of me. I don't give a fuck. Do I give a fuck? I give a fuck. We give a fuck. Episodes 5, 6, and 7 are incredible. I agree. And I would also say episodes like 1 and 2 were incredible. I think 3 and 4 were okay. And I think the last episode had its moments. And I think some of the conclusions were good, but it was very it's hard to explain. It was very like when they got into the whole explanation, when the two guys showed up finally at One-Eyed Willie's place and they started talking to him, and the way he told the story was almost after school specially, like where there was like, and this happened and then this happened. It was a little anticlimactic in that sense. Okay, Rich, don't fucking do that to me. Don't fucking do that to me. Dave DeRosa. Good to see you, man. I stayed on just for you. I knew you were coming. So I decided to stay on for an extra 2 or 3 minutes just to fucking talk to Dave. Don't fuck with me, K-Rich. Is it out? Is it out? Do I have to shut this video off and do another one? Do I have to do the Game of Thrones reaction? I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm fucking ready. I'm ready for more. Don't ignore the Big Lebowski live commentary question again. What's the question? Dude, I like wandered into like the wrong place. Okay, it's coming. As soon as I get a couch down here to tie the room together, it's happening. And I can do live streams in here. I can do live watches in here. It will happen. Don't worry. And the Big Lebowski will be like the first one, dude. It totally will. Okay, Dave, I will see you next week. And what about his Becker review? Here's the review. Jadzia should have stayed. Terry Farrell should have stayed on Deep Space Nine. And skip the fucking Becker, dude. Skip the Becker. Skip Becker. Oh my goodness. I'll talk to you guys next time. Ha ha ha.